Hello everybody, it's your boy Allosaurus Rex Tafio. I'm going to be ranking every single Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movie from the worst to the best. So yeah, let's get into it. Spoilers! In last place I have Jurassic World Dominion. Now, I don't hate this movie, however I have a lot of problems with it. Starting off, the Locust plot just doesn't feel right. I absolutely despise this plot out of the entire front. I hate this plot. There's a weird kidnapping plot involving Maisie and BioCity. Yeah, no, it's dumb, but positives. The dinosaurs act like animals, which is awesome. I love seeing the legacy characters, Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, all reprise their roles as Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, Ian Malcolm, and they meet up with Owen Grady, Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, who's Claire, and there's also a bunch of newcomers. There is an extended cut of the movie which has the prologue, which is like the 65 million years bit, and like more bits in Malta, some bits involving Blue, yada yada yada. But yeah, it's not a terrible movie, however it is the worst of the franchise, and the Giganotosaurus is the worst villain of the entire franchise. In fact, it's not even a villain. It doesn't even kill anything if you don't include the prologue bit with the T-Rex. But yeah, no, it's just overall it's a big disappointment. However, I don't hate it. So moving on. Now, taking massive jumps ahead of Dominion, in like, let's say, B tier, I guess. These, from here on out, these are the movies that I actually like and love. I have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I think this movie is very underrated. It does have a lot of problems. For example, the movie isn't as good once you get past the opening scene with the T-Rex and the whole Mosasaurus bit, but overall, it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie, but it's kind of stupid at times. There's a lot of good dinosaur scenes. I love seeing Owen Grady and Claire. Ian Malcolm comes back, which is pretty awesome, although it's more or less technically a cameo. The Indoraptor's kind of cool, however, it's just the whole, you point a laser at someone and it goes ahead and attacks it. Blue in this movie is a main character, which is a bit silly, but oh well. Rexy has pretty cool scenes as well. But yeah, it tries to lean into the horror near the end of the movie. However, it's not as great, but it's still fun to an extent, you know. Yeah, I like this movie a lot. I know a lot of people don't, but hey, I think this movie's pretty fun, so yeah. Next up, I have Jurassic Park 3. I have a lot of fun with this movie. It is the weakest out of the Jurassic Park trilogy. I think it's a solid movie. The characters aren't as likable as like the characters from the first two movies, but they're still pretty fun. Alan Grant comes back, and you know, this movie's infamous for the whole Alan meme with the Velociraptor in the plane. The raptor designs are pretty cool. The Spinosaurus, chef's kiss. I absolutely love the Spinosaurus in this movie. It's so cool. The T-Rex fight, I've grown to appreciate it more. I see they were trying to do something different, but yeah, it's a pretty good movie. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's pretty solid. A lot of people like it, myself included. It does have flaws, mainly the whole Eric when she's like shouting for Eric, and that is so annoying. But yeah, I don't mind the runtime that much, but hey, still a good movie, just not the best. Next up, I have the newcomer to the franchise, Jurassic World Rebirth. I just watched this movie last night as of when I'm filming this. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I felt I can't believe it's been 10 years since Jurassic World. I'll get back into that later, but this made me feel like a kid again. I loved this movie. I absolutely adored it. The dinosaurs act like animals, which is perfect. Some of the kills in this movie, like, are pretty graphic. Like, mainly the one at the end of the movie. I'm not gonna... Yeah, but the D-Rex is pretty cool. The river raft scene. Thank God they added this after like 32 years, because that is the best scene of the entire movie. I love the river raft scene. The new T-Rex design is probably like my third favorite T-Rex design of the entire franchise. I loved it. The Spinosauruses are pretty cool. They do come back. The Mutodons are cool. The Raptors are a bit lacking, kinda. They only show up for like one scene. There's probably gonna be an extended cut of the movie. But yeah, no, it is predictable at times with the kills, but overall, it's a solid movie. There is one character in it who is so annoying. I was hoping would get killed off. He managed to get a few laughs out of me though. But he was so annoying. But yeah, no, it's a pretty good movie. There's a lot of references to Jurassic Park 1 in this. Jonathan Bailey's character, Henry Loomis, is basically like the new Alan Grant, which is pretty cool. Scarlett Johansson's character, Zora Bennett, is awesome. Mahershala Ali's Duncan Kincaid character, whatever he's called, yeah, Duncan, is pretty cool. Yeah, overall, it's a pretty good movie. I highly recommend it. It's so good. I love it. Next up on this list, we're now in like the A tier category. I have Jurassic World. This movie came out 10 years ago, and when I went to see this in the cinema, I was 7 years old when I went to see this, and I loved this movie, and I still do. I don't understand the hate it's getting nowadays, but I adore this movie. The only movies I have seen before this one in terms of Jurassic was the original trilogy, and this movie has a very special place in my heart. I love the Velociraptors, Blue, Charlie, Della, Echo. They're all cool. The T-Rex from the original movie comes back, Rexy. She is awesome, and of course she's like the main T-Rex throughout the Jurassic World trilogy. The Indominus Rex was terrifying. I loved it, and Chris Pratt's character, Owen Grady, is all I know he's like meant to be like a badass character, you know, like people make fun of that. Although the hand thing is a bit stupid, this movie has a very special place in my heart, and I love this movie. So yeah, moving on to the next one. In second place, I have my absolute favourite sequel of all time, and probably my favourite sequel of the entire franchise as well. Well, obviously, it's The Lost World. I love this movie. Ian Malcolm, awesome. There's a lot of newer characters. This movie isn't like the book that's based on, from what I've heard. It's very different. Steven Spielberg came back to direct this one. Every other movie is directed by someone else. Joe Johnston done Jurassic Park 3, Colin Trevorrow done World, Bayona, Fallen Kingdom, yada. Gareth Edwards done Rebirth. But yeah, no, I'm rambling. Lost World is a really good movie. I love this movie so much. The T-Rex family, awesome. The Buck T-Rex is probably my second favourite T-Rex design of the entire franchise. I love the Buck T-Rex. The Stegosaurus scene was pretty cool, and of course we had that scene with the herbivores and the guys who are trying to capture the herbivores as well. That was a pretty cool scene. The San Diego scene is pretty underrated. I love that scene, but overall, I love The Lost World. It's such a good movie. It does not deserve the hate that like it got for back then, and I think it's a very underrated movie. In fact, all of these movies, excluding the original, are very underrated. Dominion deserves the understandable, but I love The Lost World. Brilliant movie. Highly recommend it. First place is obvious, S tier. We have the original Jurassic Park. This is my favourite movie of all time. Steven Spielberg cooked with this movie. The writer, David Koepp, chef's kiss. He done really good with The Lost World and Rebirth, even though Rebirth was a bit silly, but this is his best work when it comes to the writing, and without the novel by Michael Crichton, we would never had this franchise, and I absolutely love this movie. The T-Rex, love it. The Raptors are cool. The Dilophosaurus, cool. Triceratops, Brachiosaurus, yada yada yada. All of that is awesome. The Gallimimus scene is pretty cool. You can even see Parasaurolophus in the background. The cast, chef's kiss, brilliant. They all cooked with this movie. I love the breakout scene with the T-Rex. That's just movie magic right there, and same with the scene where she's fighting the raptors. This entire movie's completely movie magic. The animatronics, all these movies have animatronics. I'm not sure if Rebirth had any, but this is the best work. This and The Lost World have the best animatronics. The CGI in all these movies are solid. Yeah, but overall, Jurassic Park, it still holds up 32 years later, and I think the music's a little too loud. But yeah, that's my ranking for every single Jurassic Park movie. I hope you all enjoyed, and I shall see you all next time. Bye bye!